Page 15. So you'll notice that the questions are way down at the bottom. Your must is 1 to 4, and your should is 5 to 9. You're going to do the same 3 steps for each one. So 10% off a shirt at $40. Now yes, you could do this in your head, but I need you to get used to these specific steps so that when you're dealing with more complex numbers, you'll know exactly how to do it, and the numbers won't matter, it's the steps that will matter. So let's do number 1. 10% off $40. Step 1. Change that percent into a decimal by dividing by 100. Put your decimal in there, move it 2 spots so that you now have 0.1. You don't need the extra 0 because it does not change the value of your number. 1/10 is the same as 10 hundredths. Step 2. Take your $40, you do not need to put the cents on there, and multiply it by your decimal. Yes, I know you could do this in your head because it's a power of 10, but we're working through the steps. So 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 4 is 4. Put your x. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 4 is 0. Then you add them up. 0, 4, 0. How many decimal spots do you have? 1. So you'll have 1 in your answer. 4. So keep in mind you're working with money. What this means is $4. $4 off of your $40 purchase. That's step 3. Take your $40 and minus your $4 to get your sale price. So once again, I don't have any cents here, and I don't have any cents here. So I don't need to put the decimal and the 2 digits after the decimal. I don't need the zeros. There's no cents involved. 4 from 0, I can't do that. I'm going to need to borrow. 10 minus 4 is 6. 3 minus nothing is 3. Therefore, the sale price is $36. Now when it comes time to doing your fancy answer sentence, you do want to put the decimal and the cents because you're dealing with money. When you're doing the calculations, you don't have to. All right, so that's number 1. I'm going to check on see how much time is left on this video, and then we'll try number 5. Oh yes, we've got lots of time, so let's take a look at number 5. Number 5 gives us a sweater, which is $79.95, and that sweater is 15% off. So, step 1, turn your percent into a decimal. 15% divided by 100, put your decimal at the back, move that 2 spots over, and now I have 0.15 or 15 hundredths. Step 2, $79.95. You'll notice this time I do have cents, so I do need to use them in my calculation. $79.95. times 0.15. Remember, when you're multiplying, you don't have to line up the decimals. That just happened this way, but it doesn't have to happen every time. All right, now you're going to multiply. So 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 9 is 45, plus the 2 that you carried is 47. Carry your 4. 5 times 9 again, 45. Plus the 4 that you carried, 49. Carry your 4. 5 times 7 is 35. Plus the 4 that you carried is 39. There's nowhere else to carry that 3, so it stays in your answer line. Put your X and move on to the 1. That's why you want your 1 answers to start under the 1. That's why we put the X there. So 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 7 is 7. Now there is a 0 there, and if you want to be thorough, you can put your zeros. But remember that if you got a 0 down here, all the answers are going to be 0. And then you add them up. So 5 plus nothing is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry your 1. 9 plus 9 is 18. Plus the 1 that you carried is 19. Carry your 1. 9 plus 9 is 18. Plus the 1 that you carried is 19. Carry your 1. 7 plus 3 is 10. Plus the 1 that you carried is 11. Carry your 1. 1 plus nothing is 1. And now, how many decimal spots do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to have 4 in your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this is where you're going to be doing some rounding because you need to keep in mind that you are dealing with dollars, money. So $11.99, we would never normally have 4 places after the decimal when you're dealing with money. So when it comes time to step 3, and you have $79.95, you really just want the first 2 places after the decimal. And in this case, you can't round up. The 2 is not big enough to change the 9. So $11.99 is your total discount dollar amount. You take that discount dollar amount to step 3, where you minus it from the regular price. So 5 minus 9, you can't do that. You're going to have to borrow. 15 minus 9 is 6. 8 minus 9, you can't do that either, so you're going to have to borrow. 18 minus 9 is 9. All of my place values are lined up. Don't forget that when you're doing step 3 subtraction, you have to line up the place values. 8 minus 1 is 7, and 7 minus 1 is 6. What this means is the sale price for my sweater is $67.96. So for number 5, you do the 3 steps. Change your percent to a decimal, multiply that decimal with the regular price to find your discount dollar amount, and then minus your discount dollar amount from the regular price to find your sale price. If you have any questions about page 15, get in touch.